Hey guys, Jay here, welcome to another wig styling video. Today I'm styling a wig for Cid Highwind from Final Fantasy VII. And this is specifically from Advent Children, but honestly it doesn't really matter because his hair is the same regardless of which version you do. The wig I'm using is called the Hades from Epic Cosplay in Butterscotch Blonde. But you can use any wig that you want to, but this one is lace front and that can be slicked back, which is what you want. You can do this with some of the other wigs that you can buy that aren't meant to be slicked back normally, but you'll be able to see a lot easier that it's a wig because it won't sit flush like a real hairline would, but that's up to you. Anyway, this wig is super easy and only took maybe a half hour in total to do. You'll also notice that I barely used the scissors at all, and instead I use a razor blade. I will link a tool in the description below that's safer than doing this, but does the exact same thing. I just use the razor blade by itself because I know what I'm doing, and I happen to have a bunch that I'm just not using. Hell, I even actually stabbed my left finger with this one, with one of the tips of the razor. It's nothing bad, it was just like a quick poke, but that wouldn't happen if you use the tool that I linked below. Anyway, the way to do this method is to hold a chunk of the hair and scrape along the length. And I do it from front to back, which makes it so that I don't make the back too short. So this basically shortens the front first, meaning you have more control. Honestly, that's all there really is to the majority of the wig. Just do this same thing over and over until the length you want, and then do that all around it. Every once in a while I do use the scissors to cut away some of the extra long strands that I missed while I'm figuring out if it's the right length or whatever, or if I need to keep going. And I also use the scissors at the bottom, at the nape of the neck, which for those who don't know, that's the back bottom part of the neck, to cut away at the large chunks that are of that section, because you really don't see those anyway, so they don't need to be perfect. After that, I also use hairspray to spike the hair up. This is obviously not what his hair looks like, but I need to do this in order to make it look right. His hair isn't exactly slicked back like a 50s greaser or something, it's more spiked back, kind of. You can see that his hair has some spikiness to it, while what I currently had before I did this was all just slicked perfectly back. So I continue using hairspray and lightly comb the hair back so that it doesn't lay all together, but kind of lays back, but it's still kind of spiked. It's hard to explain, but you can see what it looks like completely at the end of this video to see what I mean about how it looks. Anyway, I also use hairspray to slick back the parts that will be over and behind the ears, because I need this to stay behind the ears when worn. So this part actually does slick back like the greaser thing. The hairdryer dries the wig with all of it slicked and pressed together so that it stays that way. I also do the same thing for the entire hairline so that there are no stray hairs. Also, that ears section will need to be redone after you put it on. While putting on the wig, this part for sure is going to become unstyled because your hand is going to be touching that area, so you'll need to fix it afterwards. And then finally I cut off the lace.